What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Wisdom Girl and Wise Woman show. It's your girl, Wisdom Girl, aka Carmel Miller, and this is.
Hey everybody, I'm Wise Woman Leslie Christie.
And today, I should say this week, we have started February. And we are celebrating something very special, and Valentine's Day is one of them. And Groundhog's Day, okay, whatever. But nobody really realizes it's Groundhog's Day because nobody really gets off on it. So but it is Black History Month.
Black History Month, yes.
So many people still believe that American history and Black history are two separate things. I can kind of see that. But the reality is, without Black history, without African Americans, America would be completely different from what it is today.
Yeah.
African Americans have lived through, and survived through the most deplorable and incomprehensible, conditions and situations to ever touch American soil. Mm-hmm. We are still counted out, tossed out, disrespected, and dishonored in too many ways to count, time after time again. Yet, and still without us, without our history, and without the contributions we've made and continue to make this country, American history just might be another mystery.
You got that right. This might be another mystery without us. Well, as Wisdom Girl said, for the next 2 weeks, we are running the American History is Black History series. And so we're starting our series today with the topic On the Shoulders of Black Inventors. So we want you to join our conversation in the chat. And please, please, please tag somebody and share this show with someone so that we can reach more people and get our message to the masses. All right, Wisdom Girl, let's start this show.
Okay. So, our first person that we're going to be talking about is Garrett Morgan.
Yes.
Garrett Morgan was born on March 4th, 1877 in Claysville, Bourbon County, Kentucky. That's a long name. How do y'all do that? An almost exclusive African American community outside of Paris, Kentucky. Y'all just be naming cities.
Kentucky had a Paris, huh? It's bad that you want to go to Paris.
Y'all really just be naming. American society really just be naming things.
Be stealing, right?
Just be stealing. Sometimes I wonder if it's Columbus, Georgia was first or Columbus, Ohio.
Good question.
Anyway, both of his parents were freed slaves, and he had one brother. Garrett had only a 6th grade education, yet he became an inventor, a businessman, and a community leader.
Wow. Okay.
Those who survived either of the world wars, thanks to a gas mask, have Garrett Morgan to thank. Morgan first created the safety hood to help the firefighters navigate smoky buildings, later modifying to carry its own air supply, making the world's first effective gas mask.
Wow.
He also had the good sense to add a third position to the traffic signal. Yes, there was a time where traffic signals just indicated stop or go. And an addiction that further reduced automobile accidents. But Garrett Morgan died on July 27th in 1963 in Cleveland, Ohio.
Wow, that's interesting. Because you know what I just thought? Without Garrett Morgan's invention, then on 9/11 and during the recent pandemic, perhaps we would not have had those gas masks and all of those, PPPs and all of those preventive measures.
I probably would not even be alive right now.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Garrett, you did the thing.
I know, right?
I mean, think about it, and all the accidents. I mean, that yellow light is important. So big ups to Garrett Morgan. Big ups to Garrett Morgan.
But wait, why is the yellow light so important? Is my question.
Because yellow means slow down. Imagine if you're driving.
Yeah, but there's still people who still be speeding over your opposite.
That's because they don't pay attention to the light. They don't follow the law. But imagine if you're driving down the street and it's red, and all of a sudden it goes from red to green. Whoop, whoop. I mean, you don't even have time to stop. So that was brilliant what Garrett Morgan did.
Oh yeah, that's very brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one. Did you know that the first home security system was invented by a Black nurse? Meet Marie Van Britten Brown. Try to say her name about 5 times really quickly.
Marie Van Britten. But like, also, it was my idea for her to
include her, yeah.
To include her because this is one of the class names at Intellectus Prep. That is the other class. I am in another one named after George Robert Carruthers, who actually made the UV camera.
Okay.
We're not talking about him today, but if we do got time, that's a definite.
Yeah, for sure. So Marie Van Britten Brown. I can't even say it. Marie Brown. Okay. She was born in Queens, New York. Come on home, girl. She was born where we were. Actually, I was born in Brooklyn, but I was raised in Queens, New York since 2 years old. So, hey, she was born where we lived.
I spent most of my life in Queens. So this is really...
Come on.
I spent most of my life in Queens.
Yeah, she was born there on October 22nd, 1922. Now, her father was born in Massachusetts and her mom in Pennsylvania, where I lived for 9 years.
You told me it was 7. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. We'll talk about that later.
Now, although she was a full-time nurse, she recognized the security threats to her home due to the excessive crime where she lived, and she devised a system that would alert her of strangers at her door and contact relevant authorities as quickly as possible. Man, this girl was bomb. Her original invention consisted of peepholes, a camera, monitors, and a 2-way microphone. The finishing touch was an alarm button that, when pressed, would immediately contact the police. Her patent laid the groundwork for the modern closed-circuit television system that is widely used for surveillance, for home security systems, for push-button alarm triggers, for crime prevention and traffic monitoring, and probably also for, when you are looking at TV and it says closed-circuit TV. They probably don't do that now, but it used to. That was what she invented. My goodness.
Yeah, but what's crazy? I wonder if her descendants or her children actually made rings.
Well,
it's basically what she created, but you could put it. It's like an app, and you could put it on your phone.
Yeah.
It's the app. If you. Yeah.
You going a little in and out, but I heard what you said, that the Ring app that you could put on your phone, or you can buy the device to secure your homes and stuff like that. Now, the person who invented that was not African American. However, it does not mean that they didn't borrow. Well, 2 things. It didn't mean that they didn't borrow her ideas and kind of branch off to create Ring, but also, white people they got a little of us in them too, even though they don't want to admit it. Come on. But that's a whole different show. So Marie Marie Van Britton Brown died on February 2nd, 1999, in her hometown in Queens, New York. And certainly
Oh
we
my
are so
God, she died on Groundhog's Day. I don't think.
died with
She died on Groundhog's Day.
on Groundhog's Day. She did.
Yes,
That
when
was,
all groundhogs finally come out of their burrows.
yeah.
But
All right. Who else do we have?
honestly, I just want to say that are we ignoring the elephant in the room?
Okay. What is the elephant in the room?
First of all, first point, a African American woman or just a woman, period, at her time period, to be a nurse was normal. To be a nurse was normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then, right, to end up becoming the master of safety is a whole nother story.
Come on. I love that. The master of safety. That's what she was. Yeah.
That's a whole nother story. And being a woman,
Yes.
period, it is black, white, yellow, brown, purple,
Come on.
turquoise, blue.
A woman. Who thought of that?
Period.
We could do a whole show on how women changed the world.
That's another show.
That's next month.
That show will happen this year, though. February or not, it will be this year. It's like March, but this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is my favorite one out of everything.
Okay.
I have. You know what? Hold on. I'm just gonna try to get you guys into understanding. Anybody who knows anything about Black history or American history knows this person, the queen of Black hair care and entrepreneurship, Madam C.J. Walker.
Yeah. The queen.
Madam Walker was born Sarah Breedlove on December 23rd, 1867.
I had no idea, but anyway.
No. Why was she born so close to Christmas? That's all I want to know.
I didn't even know. Well, go ahead. I wanted
to be born on Christmas, but you know what? That's another story. Go to Louisiana. She was the first child in her family born into freedom after President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. Her parents died 1 year apart from each other, and Sarah was orphaned at the age of 7. Wow. At the age of 10, she moved to Mississippi to live with her older sister, Louvina, and her husband. In 1906, Sarah married Charles Walker and became known as Madam C.J. Walker.
Okay.
Madam Walker was the first African American woman to become a self-made millionaire after creating a line of hair products geared toward Black hair. She was the first Madam Walker's wonderful hair grower in 1905. Madam Walker's story is rich and lengthy, filled with twists and turns, yet inspiring and victorious.
Yeah.
Over the course of her life, Madam Walker became an activist and a philanthropist. Why did I know how to pronounce that?
That's hard. Because, if people watch it.
Hundreds and thousands of dollars to various causes. A Netflix series based upon her life, Self-Made, premiered in March of 2020, played by Octavia Spencer.
Yeah.
She ate that part up, though.
Yes, yes, I'm gonna watch that again today. Anyway,
Madam C.J. Walker died. By the way, there is a lot of drama in there that never really happened. So,
yeah.
Madam C.J. Walker died on May 25th, 1919, from kidney failure and complications of hypertension at the age of 51.
She died so young, and she did so much in her life. I mean, it's amazing, really, what she was able to accomplish in the time period that she was born. Because as you just said, she was the first one born free in her family, and she had brothers and sisters who were older. Obviously, her parents were slaves, which means her sisters and brothers were slaves. And she was the only one born free. And it's just amazing what she was able to accomplish in just 51 years right out of slavery. Come on. That is amazing. That she deserves to be celebrated and have all of the accolades and all of the honor that that people give her now. I wish she could. I wish she knew. I know that her daughter is alive, but I wish she could be here to see how she's honored. I really do.
Wait, her daughter's alive?
Yeah, or is it her niece? Her daughter, her niece? You're making me forget.
I don't know. Actually, it might be her granddaughter. It might be her granddaughter.
Oh, her granddaughter. Her granddaughter.
Her granddaughter.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
She was born in around the 1800s too. No, 19.
Yeah, right. You're right. Yeah. So it's her great granddaughter, or which one? Which one was the one who okayed the film, the Netflix film? Who was the one who was?
It was the one who made the book.
So her great granddaughter.
Yep, her great granddaughter, the one who made the book. I forgot her name. Alelia.
Yeah. Don't get me to lie. I don't know.
Alelia Walker the second.
Okay.
Might be.
But anyway, what a great woman and what a great legacy she left. It's just so astounding to me. I mean, right after slavery, just 51 years she lived, and she became a millionaire, giving hundreds of thousands of dollars to various causes. Man,
well, we only got 20 minutes. Probably not even 20. Probably 15 minutes.
All right, man, and we gotta move on. Although we thank you, we needed you, we thank you. So here is someone you may not know about. Otis Boykin was born in Dallas, Texas. Huh?
I heard about him.
You did? Okay. He was born in Dallas, Texas on August 29th, 1920, to parents of modest means. His mother was a homemaker and his father was a carpenter. He graduated from the illustrious Fisk University in 1941 and got a job as a laboratory assistant testing automatic aircraft control. In 1944, he moved on to work for the P.J. Nielsen Research Labs in Illinois. Shortly after that, he started his own company, Boykin Fluff Incorporated. So Otis Boykin's most notable contribution to science was likely the circuit improvements he made to pacemakers, y'all, after losing his mother to heart failure, a contribution that has saved countless lives since. Ooh, my God. But this single improvement was among a long list of achievements. Boykin had, listen to this, Boykin had 26 patents in his name and is famed for the development of, y'all ready? IBM computers. He was the one. IBM.
You're telling me that he's the reason why we ended up on the moon.
What? He also invented and patented burglar-proof cash registers. My God. Chemical air filters and
electronic resuscitator.
Thank you. Used to control missiles, y'all, and other devices. Yo, he was the bomb. He was the bomb. So Boykin's achievements led him to work as a consultant. Listen to this. A consultant in the United States and in Paris, not Paris, Kentucky, but Paris, France, from 1964 to 1982. And unfortunately, Boykin, even after making improvements to the pacemaker, Boykin died of heart failure in Chicago in 1982, just like his mom. And so his last patent was issued in 1985, 3 years after his death.
He was only 65.
He was young. He was, and his patents and his inventions are still, his inventions, I should say, are still being patented, which means we're using things that he created that he's probably not getting credit for because he died. People are probably not saying, "Oh, this is a Otis Boykin invention." It's just this man.
Well, we have one last one that we're going to talk about.
Wait a minute.
Before we
play. We got two. Two
no,
more.
we got one more because you only got
No, we got two. We got two. We got time. Go ahead. I was gonna say more about Otis, but you cut me off. But that's all right.
Okay, fine. Elijah McCoy. Often regarded as one of the most famous Black inventors ever, Elijah McCoy was credited for 50 inventions over the span of his career. Wow. Elijah McCoy was born in Canada on May 2nd, 1844. Born free on the Ontario shore of Lake Erie to parents who fled enslavement in Kentucky. I wonder who saved them. I think y'all know who that was. I'm not going to talk about her though. He traveled to the United States as a young child when his family returned in 1847, becoming a U.S. resident and citizen. I really wonder if he was in New York or in Maine or Pennsylvania. I just wonder what part. In an effort to improve efficiency and eliminate the frequent stopping necessary for lubrication trains, McCoy devised a method of automating the task. In 1872, he developed a lubricating cup that could automatically drip oil, and where needed was vital to avoiding sticking the track. The lubricating cup met with enormous success, and orders for it came from railroad companies all over the country. It was so popular that when other inventors attempted to steal his idea and sell their own versions of the device, companies were not fooled. They insisted on calling the authentic device, calling it the real McCoy.
Yep. So when did he die? What happened?
He died on October 10th, 1929, at the age of 85 from injuries he suffered in a car accident 7 years earlier, in which his wife, Mary, died.
Wow. The real McCoy. So that's where that phrase comes from, the real McCoy, which your generation is not familiar with it, but my generation certainly is. Yeah. He was the bomb. We
only got 4 minutes, so let's go.
I need you to stop saying that.
We do only got 4 minutes.
Minutes according to our timer. So do not rush the process.
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
6 minutes. If you keep saying it, then we're gonna run out of time. Sorry, y'all. This is, the CEO is, taking charge right here. All right. So the last person, certainly not the last inventor, is, hundreds and thousands of us out there. But the last one we want to mention is someone that I just learned about. And this is Dr. Shirley Jackson. And she was born in Washington, D.C. on August the 5th, 1946. She has broken so many barriers and earned so many accolades that we're almost doing her a disservice by mentioning her in this short presentation. But nonetheless, it is our honor and our pleasure to mention her name. One that probably many of you have never heard of, just like me. I did not know. So thank God I've learned something while we did the research for the show. So Dr. Shirley Jackson is an American physicist who received her PhD from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, otherwise known as MIT, and she received it in 1973. She was the first African-American woman to hold a doctorate in nuclear physics at MIT. I'm not sure where Wisdom Girl went, but I'm gonna carry on with the show. She also holds a Bachelor of Science degree in theoretical physics and a Master of Science degree in nuclear physics, both from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, both from MIT. So, in addition to her lengthy list of academic achievements, including 54 honorary doctoral degrees. Can you imagine? She also has an impressive number of inventions under her belt. Her experiments with theoretical physics paved the way for numerous developments in the telecommunication space, including the touch-tone telephone, the portable fax, caller ID, call waiting, and the fiber optic cable. All of those things that we use today, that we need today. Thank you, Dr. Shirley Jackson. Now, on July 1st, 1999, Dr. Shirley Jackson became the 18th president of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York, a very prestigious institution. And she was the first woman and the first African American to hold this position. Since her appointment as president of RPI, Dr. Jackson has helped raise over $1 billion in philanthropic causes. You go, girl. On July 1st last year, 2022, Dr. Jackson stepped down from her post as president of RPI after 23 years. Dr. Jackson is married to Dr. Morris A. Washington, a physics professor at Rensselaer, and they have one adult son. And I have to say that this woman is absolutely phenomenal, and it's amazing to me that she did all these things. She's still alive. If you were waiting for a death, she's still here on the earth. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. But this woman, if you go and research her accolades and her bio is extensive. So much so I didn't even find anything about her family, where she was born, who her parents were, because what she has done educationally and for the world is just astounding. Just astounding. So what you got to say about Miss Jackson, honey?
Nothing. I mean, you pretty much said everything I was going to say.
Wow.
But there is one more part of the show that we are missing.
What is that?
Thank you, everybody, for coming to our show.
But wait a minute, before you get there, we are just so grateful that you've joined into us. For those who are watching for the first time, thank you so much for being here. Next week, please meet us right back here, because we will be talking about On the Shoulders of Black Politicians, who are very much as important as our inventors are in building American history. All right, Wisdom Girl, it's on you.
Well, thank you, everybody, for coming. And for our Wisdom Girl Wise Women show. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, friend, follow, all that good stuff. Yes. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week. Thank you. And don't forget, hit us up. Join our Wisdom Warriors on our website, www.wisdomgirlwisewoman.com. We love you. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.